Truefree not backing down and coming with its successor, the Zero 2. Hello and thank you for clicking on this video where I'll be sharing my thoughts on the Truefree 02. If you have not seen my video on their first iteration, which is the Truefree 01, I'll leave links in the description down below, and it'll be interesting to see what Truefree has done to the second revision of this open-ear headphone. But before we dive deeper, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Truefree for sending this unit in exchange for my honest feedback. However, as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own.
If you've been enjoying my content, I hope you'd consider hitting that like and subscribe button to help me reach my goal of reaching 3,000 subscribers before the end of the year. That would be greatly appreciated.
Inside the box is the same as any other open-ear headphones, where you have the user manual, a USB charging cable, and of course, the unit itself. The case design has this reflective light pattern going around in grey with a splash of orange in there, with the Truefree logo at the top and the tagline "Sound in Heaven," which is a huge bar to set. But we'll talk about sound later, and there's this orange outline going around the case, and I actually really like the color choice for this design, as it stands out from many other open-ear headphones and brings its own identity. Opening the case, you'll be greeted by the earphones, and there's actually a button that you can press for pairing, and there's also a light indication on the case where it is the usual traffic light color scheme for battery life status. The earphones themselves carry the color theme from the case with the orange at the ends of the ear tips, and also the faceplate with Truefree logo on it. The band is made out of rubber as well, and it carries a very similar design to the Soundpeats Go Free 2, but comparing with their first iterations, the Truefree 01, the Truefree 02 is leaps and bounds better in terms of overall design, so great job with the choices made here. It actually stands out from the pack, and when it comes to fit and comfort, it actually fits my ear quite well as well. And the faceplate actually rests inside of my ear due to the shape of it, which adds a little bit more security. Running around with these things are not an issue. Of course, heavy head banging will still push these earphones out of your ears. So for features, the Truefree 02 can support Bluetooth 5.3, it's got IPX5 water rating, means no dunking in water but light sweats are fine, multi-point connection, no LDAC support or any audio codecs I can see from the specification, so maybe that's where it may affect how it sounds, more on that later. And this is the mic test of the Truefree 02. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Truefree also has an app, and once you register your account, it does a bit of marketing promotion, but after that, once you're connected to the app, it's mostly about your gear, which is what other apps should be like instead of being a marketing app. On the top left, it has a few support for your product and even a user manual tab in case you lose your manual, which is really helpful. On the right setting, you have product info, there's tutorials, reset options. If there's one nitpick I have, is that this app needs some cleaning up. There are some with capital letters, some with small letters. It's not a huge matter, but it'll make the appearance of the app a lot cleaner and refined, because as of now, it just looks like a last-minute deadline submission. On the main page, you have a few options like disable touch, gaming mode, and you can even custom the touch function of your earphones, which is always a great feature to have. It also has EQ settings with adaptive EQ and preset options, and yes, it actually works on the Truefree 02. And I'll talk about some of the presets I prefer when I talk about the sound later. It also has a 10-band EQ setting if you want to have your own custom preset, but I tried pushing it to max and it'll just distort the sound. So if you want to add anything, I'll play within like 2 to 3 dBs instead of all the way, but it works, and it's always a great option to have to customize the sound to your preference. For touch controls, it's pretty much identical to the Soundpeats Go Free 2, so I won't go into it too much on the touch controls, but I'll leave the video of the Soundpeats Go Free 2 if you want to check out the touch control functions. So for the sound from the Truefree 02 is very typical of an open ear headphone, where there's not much bass slam and impact due to the open ear nature of the headphone. However, you can hear a little bit more of the music due to the proximity of the driver to my ears, which is attributed by the design of the Truefree 02, but the sound itself has a bit of veil and muddiness. Unfortunately, there's not much detail coming through. The bass can be heard and is the most prominent feature, but it just masks a lot of the other sounds in the presentation. So the standard setting isn't the best, and I typically either go with the bass weakening preset from the app to reduce that bass so the other sound comes through just a touch clearer, or even the high tone enhancement preset where the treble is boosted, but I think they've boosted it a little too much where it sounds a little thin, but it's still better than the standard setting. At least for me personally. I think this is where Truefree needs to spend a little bit more R&D on, the presets and the stock sound tuning, and if they can do that, we're on to something here. So comparing with the Truefree 01, there's really not much to compare here because everything about the Truefree 02 is just better. From the looks, fit and comfort, sound, it's a true successor to the original, and there shouldn't be any question when it comes to choosing between the two. I think the biggest competitor to the Truefree 02 would be the Soundpeats Go Free 2. In terms of functions and features, they are very similar, with Soundpeats edging on battery life at 35 hours compared to Truefree's battery at 22 hours. But they both have IPX5 rating, they both support Bluetooth 5.3, Soundpeats supports LDAC, but I don't see that from the Truefree 02. In terms of app experience, they are largely the same, but as of making this video, the presets on the Go Free 02 is still not working. So Truefree is getting that edge with its different presets, and it's also much louder at maximum volume compared to the Soundpeats Go Free 02. And I think how the Truefree leans closer to my ears due to its leaner faceplate shape could have made the difference. So if I'm going outside where it's busy and noisy, I'd pick the Truefree 02 over the Soundpeats Go Free 2. But in terms of sound quality at stock, the Go Free 2 from Soundpeats simply sounds clearer and much cleaner compared to the Truefree 02. And even with the presets, I feel the Soundpeats Go Free 2 has the edge in terms of overall sound presentation, which I would pick, but there are other aspects that make me lean towards the Truefree 02 in terms of functionality and comfort. So to sum it all up, the Truefree 02 is a huge improvement over the Truefree 01. And while I think they still have some work to do in terms of improving sound quality and bumping up some of its features to match its competitors, such as the battery life for example, I think they've got a solid foundation to improve on. And if they ever do make a Truefree 03 and they manage to improve the sound quality, I think in terms of open ear headphones, Truefree could be a very solid competitor. But as it stands now with the Truefree 02, is a good budget option, but it's limited by its sound performance in terms of open ear presentation. However, this is based on one man's experience and I'm curious to know yours. Have you tried the Truefree 02 and what are your experiences like? Comment below and let me know, and with that all said, thank you once again to Truefree for this opportunity and to all of you for watching. See you in the next video.